So 2022 is going to be the 10th anniversary of PADNET. It's exciting. And, I think one of the things that we are looking for in the next 10 years is to really kind of be more in the forefront of the media in every level, in creating, in content education, things of that nature. I think every year we try to look at what is relevant, what is happening within the community, what different equipment or technology is available, and if we can bring that technology to our community, that's the direction that we're going to go. We're going to always try to strive to bring the best technology at the most affordable opportunity to our community so that we can create amazing content. I'm Marisa Simensi, Executive Director. If you'd like to learn more about how to produce your own show, how to become a member of PADNET, stay tuned. So the Long Beach PADNET TV is the public access channel for the city of Long Beach. Public access has a very rich history in America, and unfortunately, Long Beach lost the public access channel for 7 years. And so in 2012, when we had the opportunity to reignite the public access channel, I think our agency was very fortunate that we were able to step up, especially because we had the LAMP program and we taught film in LAMP. And so I think it made a little bit of an easier transition to operate the public access channel. And it's really an opportunity for anyone in the public to become a member and to create their own media. And it's an opportunity also for individual voices to be heard that maybe don't have as much access. The importance of Long Beach Community Action Partnership taking on PADNET, I think really was a way, again, being a community action agency, to really connect with the community. And it really seemed like a natural fit because it's very much aligned with our mission and vision as an organization. Many public access channels are independently run. We're one of the few that is incorporated into a nonprofit. And I think that model works really well because, being a social service provider, you're all about the community. And having the public access channel and being able to expand that reach, I think is really, was really a catalyst for the reason why we decided to take on the program. I think PADNET is such a unique voice and service to the community, really because the creativity and the opportunity to express individuals, for entities who maybe have felt silenced, to voice their positions it's almost unheard of. It's in this age of kind of the internet and social media and things like that, there's such a disconnect. And I think public access is almost the opposite, because it creates an opportunity for the community to come together, especially for those individuals who are expressing their opinions, who are wanting to focus on local news, but not, the craziness and the sadness that happens, but the celebrations and the joys and the accomplishments of residents, everyday residents that just live in our community, to be able to spotlight and target how community members are impacting each other. I think you just can't really, it's hard for me, without getting, I guess, emotional, it's hard to not give somebody that opportunity. And especially in Long Beach, we have such an amazing, diverse city that we live in. We have everything from, celebrations to sadness, and everything in between. And giving this opportunity for people to come together in this way is so important, and I think it really does exactly what it's supposed to do, which is create community. And I really appreciate that about public access. And it's interesting because I think public access has really kind of seen its changes. What public access used to look like 15 years ago is very different than what it looks like now, but the essence of public access is the same. And, we have some incredible producers that come in and either utilize our facility or, film throughout the city of Long Beach, and the content that they bring and the creativity that they bring and the awareness of certain situations is really remarkable. I think one of the things that I'm really proud of is partnering with an organization called the Heart of Ida. And the Heart of Ida created Age Well channel. And the channel is specifically geared for older adults. And the content that's created, we have a specific time that they operate on the channel every week. And the content speaks to a specific audience and, really tailors its content and needs and services to that audience. And, I think being able to speak almost directly to the people that you're trying to serve is really powerful. And again, with Heart of Ida, their primary service is older individuals, and a lot of times there's some isolation in that. And so being able to have this outlet and, this opportunity to bring all of those people together, I think that's exactly what public access means. I think one of the reasons why it was important to upgrade to high definition is really to ensure that we are we're being innovative and we're keeping up with what's relevant, because with public access, the education comes with public access, and the better equipment you have, the more education is taught around kind of those higher level pieces of equipment, industry grade equipment, things of that nature. And so it's really important to stay current with that. And then if you reverse that and you look at how we're able to incorporate our LAMP program with PADNET, and so these youth are able to now learn exactly on the industry grade equipment, in high definition. We're using the green screen, everything that is modern and relevant to the day and age, I think is really important. And then also with public access, I think if you think about public access in terms of what it used to be, it did look a little dated. There was certainly a kind of a time and a place that you can put a TV show or something on air into. But when you upgrade and you have, the equipment, the high definition equipment, when you have equipment that's better quality, it makes it a little bit more timeless. I think a normal citizen is exactly PADNET. The citizens in Long Beach, that's exactly what PADNET is. And it's amazing to be able to have those different voices served. And to become a member of PADNET is very simple. One of the things that we do pride ourselves on is trying to keep it as affordable as possible, and offering the best instructors that we can to operate the equipment, to provide different types of class like lighting and green screen and drones and all the different types of classes that we have to bring those individual citizens into this fold and be able to have them create content well beyond what they originally imagined for themselves. I think community leaders and nonprofits should get involved with PADNET because, one, it really strengthens the community as a whole, but it's for nonprofits especially, for a while we were guilty of this as well. It's really hard to tell your story. It's really hard to tell the impact of what you make, of how you make it in the community. And being able to work with PADNET or be a partner with PADNET or, utilize the equipment is it gives you the opportunity then to tell your story, to give testimonials of, the impact that you're making and hopefully encouragement and support to other people who are seeking services or seeking that, that same kind of outlet. And, being able to operate in that way to where, you can serve a community and speak directly to that community and share what drives you, what your passion is, and invite other people to come in to receive those services I think it just takes agencies, especially nonprofits, to a different level. So we actually had a very long time running series called Long Beach Lens. That program we don't operate anymore, but I think it's really important to rewatch some of those episodes. Our previous executive director, Derek Simpson, would interview local voices. And again, that's always really important. But one thing that's very exciting is that we are bringing back PADNET Presents. And the focus of PADNET Presents is on our members. And it's an opportunity, I think, for the members to come together to create their own show. But it's also an opportunity to highlight in different ways what the community is doing. I think we're very excited. Harmony who's the manager of PADNET. She's very excited to get PADNET Presents off the ground again, but also very excited to kind of turn it over to the members to see exactly what voice as a member of PADNET, as this community wants to present. And I think that's exciting. I think for me, one thing that's really exciting is when I have kind of a weird or crazy idea, the staff tends to be on board. So I think at this point, a lot of the ideas that we've had to bring light to certain things, we've been able to accomplish. One of the things that we're really passionate about is being able to do the candidate statements when we have local elections, because I think that's really important to have our community members understand who those candidates are, what their platforms are. And so being able to kind of heighten that. And then with that particular piece, we were able to ask through social media and through our PADNET members what specific questions they wanted to ask those individual candidates. And so we got responses directly from the community, which we were able to ask those candidates when they were doing their platform statements. And so, things like that, staying relevant in what's happening in, the local politics in Long Beach, because that, again, really helps define what our community looks like, is really, I think that was a kind of a fun place where we could go. There are several shows that I find very entertaining. I think Drew Berg and the title of it's very long. It's like The Wacky World of, and I can't remember the full title, but I certainly love watching that because it's so lighthearted and impactful at the same time. So I think that's a really great balance. We also started a partnership with the Long Beach Nonprofit Partnership, and we're able to air their stories. It's called Our Stories, Our Times. And I think that's one of my favorite shows because if you're familiar with PADNET, we used to have on our show our former mayor, Beverly O'Neill, called The Heart of Giving. And that show really focused in on kind of nonprofits and what they're doing and how they're impacting the community. And I see Our Stories, Our Times as kind of a way to bring that back to the community. And so I think a lot of the shows that really help to highlight what's available in Long Beach is really important. And I guess selfishly, I really like to see what our counterparts are doing and how, get ideas from them and perhaps collaborate on things that I get to hear that they're doing. So PADNET is financed through several different ways. I think our primary source of funding for capital is through the PEG funding, which is the public education and government funding that we receive from the City of Long Beach. That's kind of the staple of what makes us a public access channel. That channel, however, although it gives us the opportunity to have the upgraded equipment, to have the studio be in as high quality shape as it in, and the equipment that we're able to lend out to members, but it doesn't help with the operations. And so we had to be very clever in how we provide the funding for the operations. And so we do utilize our community services block grants to fund part of the operations. One of the things that's really great about that is our funding can be used to preserve a community resource. And, PADNET is a valuable community resource that absolutely needs preserving. So we do get a chunk of our funding from there. The classes that we provide, we do provide high quality classes at a lower cost so that we can reach a more broad level of individuals. That helps fund the programs. We do offer production services, so if individuals or agencies are not in a position to create their own content, they can contact us, and we do have a production crew. And then, of course, the membership. Again, we do try to keep the membership as low as possible, but it does all go back into supporting the operations of the program. And let's see, we have the classes. And then lastly, donations. We do accept donations, and it is we are able to offer the tax information. But donations really give us a lot of flexibility, because with the donations, we can expand more. We can be a little bit more risk-taking in kind of the services that we provide or what classes that we teach. So those are some of the ways that we fund the PADNET program. One of the things that we are really going to be focusing on the next couple of years is getting the word out there, making sure that more people have access to become a member, to make it easier for people to broadcast the things that they've already created. I think it's kind of a silly phrase, but kind of the diamond in the rough kind of thing. I do think that PADNET is still, a little bit of a diamond in the rough. There's a lot of opportunities for us to shape ourselves and to grow and to be more readily available to more community members, and that the classes that we teach are very clever, and the content that we teach, and giving opportunities for producers to gain more experience, giving opportunity for instructors to teach classes that are near and dear to their hearts. We had Andrew teach an improv class, things like that, that I think just enrich the offerings. That I think just being able to get that word out there, that we have these type of classes, and that we also are looking for individuals who are interested in teaching classes. And if it's a class that makes sense for public access, that we can help support, that we feel like the community would be, really responsive to, we're open to hearing those ideas. And, I think that's really exciting, because then, anybody who's an expert within themselves can come and share their talents with other people. I'm Marisa Simensi, the Executive Director of Long Beach CAP, and if you've enjoyed this conversation about PADNET, I invite you to come to our channel, to attend our classes, to become a member.